Hi, we're Michael and Nancy Pia, and we are honored to be the presenting sponsor for tonight's event. LCH has held a very special place in our heart for many years.
During my career in the mushroom industry, I had the privilege to know and work with countless individuals who came to this country to provide a better life for their families. And I have the utmost respect for their strong work ethics and family values. For decades, I've seen firsthand the very important services and assistance that LCH provided to families just like those, as well as other good people. And that's why we believe in and support LCH.
It is now our pleasure to present to you a video highlighting some of the amazing works that LCH has done in the past year. Thank you, and please enjoy.
Hi, I'm Ronan Gannon, and I'm the Chief Executive Officer of LCH. I started my position in May of this year, so I'm probably a new face to many of you. However, I've been involved with LCH for many years, having served for 6 years on the board of directors prior to joining the staff. I care deeply about this organization, and so I'm very happy to have the opportunity to lead the team to even greater heights of success. At the same time, I was starting work as LCH's CEO. We were also undergoing another big change, changing our name. We've been known informally as LCH in the community for many years. This year, we decided to use those initials and make them part of a new name, LCH Health and Community Services. Our new name clearly communicates what we do, and it was created to broaden our appeal to all in our community who could benefit from our services. LCH is proud of our Latino history and our many years of serving Spanish-speaking patients, and we will always continue to do so with pride, respect, and a welcoming smile. Of course, the COVID-19 pandemic has been a huge unforeseen challenge. When we talked about the pandemic at our 2020 Amigos event, the county was seeing higher numbers of positive cases, hospitalizations, and deaths after a relatively quiet summer. This year, I'm happy to say things are much different. We have the tools to combat the virus. Just a month after the 2020 Amigos event, the first vaccine for COVID-19 became available. And by late December, LCH had received doses and vaccinated our staff and other frontline workers in the community. Once the next phase of vaccine-eligible people opened, our phones rang off the hook with hundreds of people anxious to get vaccinated as soon as possible. I can't tell you how proud I am of our staff for persevering with good grace and cheerfulness throughout this very difficult time, when we just weren't able to receive the vaccine doses our community needed. Fortunately, this phase passed, and within a few more weeks, we received enough vaccine doses to keep up with the need. At that point, we were able to host mass vaccine days at LCH, sometimes several a week. Our community engagement team, sidelined from doing their usual public events during the pandemic, took the reins and did a fantastic job of coordinating these vaccine clinics. Many in our community who had never been to LCH before received their vaccines here, and they were impressed with our facility and our people. At the same time, we made sure that LCH patients had the same access to the vaccine, proactively helping them make appointments to get their doses. LCH didn't stop there. Even as the number of eligible people increased and our vaccine clinics remained packed, we headed out to area mushroom farms to vaccinate their workers on site. The Pennsylvania Health Department led the vaccination at the farms, and the Chester County Health Department was also a key partner to LCH, providing support throughout the pandemic and helping us access doses of the Pfizer vaccine once it was approved for adolescents. As you may know, Chester County now has a very high rate of vaccinated residents. More than 90% of residents over the age 18 have had at least one dose. And LCH is extremely proud to be a part of the county's success, as we were responsible for well over 10,000 of those doses, including doses given to a population of farm workers and other lower-income residents who might have struggled to access the vaccine without our support. Now, our community engagement team is back out on the road, bringing LCH services such as wellness checks, flu shots, dental screenings back out to the community. We also come equipped with COVID-19 vaccines, just to make sure that if we come across people who haven't yet been vaccinated, we can take care of that. It's hard to say what the future holds, but I can tell you that LCH will be there to serve our patients and our community with whatever they need to stay healthy. Vaccination was a big part of what we did in the past year, but it was hardly our only accomplishment. At the very start of the pandemic, in April 2020, we opened our first pediatric center in West Grove, in the same building as our dental center and our women's health center, and soon became a valued medical home for more than 700 young patients. LCH also received Title V support for the first time last year, intended to improve maternal and child health outcomes. Our project focused on identifying and addressing language delays in our pediatric patient population. Our pediatric team helped families navigate early intervention and other services to help kids improve language mastery, and gave an age-appropriate book to every child at every visit. LCH also produced a series of educational videos and family read-aloud videos to encourage patients to read to and with their children. We're proud to report that the Pennsylvania Department of Health asked us to do a presentation of this program as a model to guide other health centers who might learn from our work. In the spring of 2021, we expanded our presence in Oxford to a new, beautiful, and much larger location right in the heart of town. Many of you know what a long road this has been to find an ideal site in Oxford that would provide us with both easy access and the capacity to serve more patients. Finally, we have just such a site with 9 exam rooms, 3 times the number we had at our old Oxford site, plus additional space for mental health visits and for meetings. We will also be out and about in the Oxford community, much more to let the residents know about our top-notch mental and physical health care. Please help us spread the news about our new Oxford location with your networks. We're proud of what we've accomplished in the past year, and we're excited for what lies ahead this year. We're currently in the middle of strategic planning to guide LCH's growth for the next 3 years. It remains to be seen what our new strategic plan will include, but one thing it is likely to include is an expansion of our mental health services. The need for mental health services was acute prior to the pandemic and is even more so now. We're also excited to get people back on track for routine care and start to address those chronic health conditions that can get much worse without regular checkups, such as diabetes and high blood pressure. Many people avoided routine appointments during the pandemic, and we'll be working in the months ahead to bring them back to LCH, get those checkups back on track, get their children vaccinated, seeing the dentist, and so forth. Our growth over the next few years will be focused on a few things that are important to us, including making high-quality, affordable healthcare accessible to as many people as possible in southern Chester County. An example of this is our plan to offer primary care soon from our West Grove location. We also want to make sure that our people, our infrastructure, our technology, and our finances develop in tandem with our growth and services. The quality of our internal organization affects the quality of care our patients receive, so it is of the utmost importance to balance both accordingly. What we do is vitally important to more than 8,000 people a year in our community. We absolutely could not do it without your generous support. On behalf of LCH, I would like to thank you for your support throughout this most unusual year. You're helping our community to stay healthy and strong. And I hope you are proud and pleased to be part of our LCH family. Thank you for joining us tonight.